Hi everybody, this is Andy from Skills for New Media, bringing the latest reviews, tutorials and creative experience online. And today I'm going to be teaching you some new Excel skills. So make sure you like the video, share the content and subscribe to our channel. Let's give this a go. Well, hi everybody and welcome back to Skills for You Media, and today we're going to be learning about VBA user forms and using the option button within a VBA user form. So first of all, we need to go into Excel and make sure that we've got our macro tab or developer tab at the top here. So hopefully in your Excel spreadsheet you have this at the top. If you don't already, go to File and go to Options, and then click on the Customize Ribbon tab, and then make sure Developer is switched on. Okay, so first of all I'm going to save this as a macro enabled spreadsheet. So as I went into the file, Save As, I'm just going to put that on my desktop and make sure that I select Excel Macro Enabled Workbook. We're just going to save it on desktop as VBA user form option. Okay, so we're going to start off right from scratch. So we're going to do a very simple or create a database that you could probably use as maybe a survey for people who, if they own their own home. So at the top here we're going to start with us headings. So I'm going to put the name, person's name, their age, also their sex, whether they're male or female, just like that. And oops, let's just take that go back. So male or female. Do you own your own property? And that will be a simple yes or no. And there we have it. So very simple for today's exercise. So I'm just going to highlight that there. Just do a little bit of formatting. We'll just change that to that colour. Change the text to white. So very, very simple. So let's get to work. The main thing is the user form exercise. So we're going to go from here into Developer, and we're going to click on Visual Basic. As you can see here, we have spreadsheets, or the sheets here, this workbook. So what we're going to do on here is we're going to add a module. This is where we're going to put some VBA coding. And also we're going to insert, so click Insert User Form. So within the module here, so I double click there, I'm going to put sub. Okay, so it's like a function. And then we're going to put user form show. So that's the name of the function. And then from here, we're going to put user form one.show. Okay, so basically what we're doing there is saying this user form, when we click on this function, it will show the user form. So how do I use that? So I'm just going to copy that, go back to the spreadsheet. Okay, so I'm going to create a little button on top here. So I'm going to go Insert, Shapes, and we'll have the rounded edges one here. I'm just going to type in there show. Just make that a little bit tidier. Just color that black, going to home, align center, align vertical. Just make that a little bit bigger. And then from here I'm going to right click. So as you can see here, it says assign macro or hyperlink. So what I'm going to do is click on assign macro. And as you can see there, we've got the macro show user form. So basically now that function is associated to that shape. So now when we click it, you can see user form 1 is showing. So let's go back to the user form. So again, click on developer. In fact, you can probably, if you go and click on your Excel sheet down here, you can see down the bottom here, Microsoft Visual Basic Applications. And here's our user form. So this is a very, very simple user form, and the main function of this exercise is using the option buttons within the user form. So this asset here, or object, is called user form 1 as the name. So if you want to change this up top here, user form 1, go to the bit where it says caption, and we just put on there home survey, just like that. Of course, you've got to spell it correctly. So within this form, we're going to have 3 buttons down the bottom here. That will be 1 to cancel the user form or close it down, 1 to clear the user form, and also 1 to submit our results or the information into our Excel spreadsheet. So to do that, I'm going to select the command button. I'm just going to draw a shape down the bottom here, and then I'm going to copy. So what I've done there is Control and C together, click off it, and then press Control and V together, which is shortcut for paste. And then we're going to paste that down the bottom, copy again, paste. Very, very simple. Okay. So now we have 3 buttons down the bottom. I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. So if you want to move all 3 buttons at the same time, use your left mouse button, click on the first button, hold down the Control key, press the left button on the mouse to select the second button, and keeping the Control key held down, select the final button. And I just drag that down using the left button. So the assets there, we can see that it always says the caption there is command button 1, command button 1, command button 1, but they're not all called command button 1, only the name that you can see on screen. So you can see here the asset is command button 1. So we're going to change what it actually says on screen. So I go down to caption, and this one's going to say, so just go down to the caption and put clear. So this will clear out the user form. This one here, so I go to here, so the asset's called command button 2, cancel, which will be cancelling the user form or closing it down. And last one is command button 3 is going to be submit. So let's start putting the fields in here. So first of all, we need the labels. So first of all, I'm going to go up top here, and the asset is called label 1. Change the name in the caption. We're going to change that to name. Very simple. Okay, so now we need a text box. This is where the user will enter the data. So go over to the tool here and select text box, and I'm just going to draw the text box like so. So how I do like my user forms is I start off with the text box, but I'm going to have an invisible one over the top. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to have a look at where it is from the top. So it says 12, and I'm going to copy this again. I'll show you the reason for this in a minute. I'm just going to place it underneath and just make that a little bit smaller. Now from here, I go over to the left, and you can see the different properties. Now I'm going to go where it says background style, 0 transparent. So you can actually see that it's now transparent. So if I went back to that first box, it goes and says it's 12 from the top. Okay, now the second box, I probably want it around about, I would say about 16 from the top. There's also one other thing I need to change on here as well is style, just making sure that we haven't got anything else switched on. Special effects, so when I go to special effects, I want to get rid of the sunken effect, no effect, so you can now see that that is invisible. I'm going to change that from the top, 16. This is to make sure that the information in the user box fits perfectly in the middle, because within the actual text box itself, you don't have an option to actually center it vertically. And when putting in data, it usually doesn't come out particularly well. Okay, so I'm going to change the font so you can see along here as well. I've got font. I'm just going to change that to, just thinking about it there. I'm just going to change that to Arial. So you can find it in the list here. And we're going to change that to 10. Okay, so we can just do a quick test. So I go back to options, show, and obviously that box isn't totally in the center there. So again, sometimes you need to just mess around a bit. So that back box, I probably want it around about 28. 28. Same thing with the second box. And then we'll just bring that down a little bit further. Let's try around about 18. See how that looks now when we go and test it out. So I go back to the original spreadsheet, click the show button, and there you go, perfectly in the center. Okay, so I think that's it for the first video on this very basic VBA user form, which we're going to use option buttons. Thank you very much for liking the video or viewing the video. Please ensure that you subscribe to the channel, like the content, and I shall catch you in the next video. See you later.